Hello and welcome everyone to the War Thunder game. My name is Ironrifle, and in today's video, well, first of all, I'm sorry for not releasing the video on Monday or Tuesday, but my workload did change a bit and I was very occupied with my real life work. But in today's video, it won't be a mission, it won't be anything else, it won't be the lineup. Uh, Today's video will be about questions and answers, because some of you write me emails to my direct to my YouTube account, not in the comments, asking some questions, and there are some questions from the comments that I would like to answer. So starting off, you are asking me if the Japanese are any good after the release of 1.31 patch, and I must say they are still playable nation. They are still very good nation to play, because they can outturn anything that is thrown at them. But the Japanese need to be very careful not to get hit even by the strong wind, because they will instantly set on fire and they will be destroyed. Some of you say, well, the the H6K4 is a pretty durable plane and it can withstand almost anything. Yeah, it can withstand almost anything, but if you are planning on bombing, you have to be worried about the AA guns, all the artillery. And the thing is, the H6K4 is a bit too slow to be able to outmaneuver those cannons. Either you will bleed off speed or do something like that just to survive. There was a couple of missions when I flew the H6K4, and when I did get over the targets, I was destroyed by either the destroyer, by some other ground units, and they just simply shot off my wing or shot off my tail. So I would be very careful about saying this is a durable plane. It is durable against other players. It can withstand some hits like the Catalina used to. But as the Japanese, as the whole nation, I would say you do need to learn the maneuvers first to be able to fly them successfully. My next question is, well, some of you asked, what's the difference between the shell racks? What if I do choose the shell rack number 1 and shell rack number 2? Well, if you do closely to those description, it says that the first shell rack is usually for the MG, so as it is here, 13mm machine gun shell rack. Pretty simple. As for the second shell rack, it do usually go for the cannons. Or for the higher caliber machine guns, like the Germans do have in the G50. One second. Sorry, not the G50, the MC202. As you can see, the shell racks. First one is the lower caliber, is the 7.7 machine gun. Second shell rack is for 12.7mm machine guns. So that's the difference between those shell racks. Next thing is my player statistics, because, well, some of you say, well, you play so good, you have to have some crazy good statistic, and, well, I don't think I have that good statistic. Let me just turn those things on. So, as you can see, most victories I still have on my Catalina, the tier 3. Back in the day, it was a tier 1. So I do have the most victories on it. Next thing is the Spitfire Mark II, which I do love. Third, before the EKD Hawk. General, I did 98 battles in my Spitfire Mark II, so only 2 from 100. Well, the victory ratio to battles, it's a very different thing because, well, it is different between all of the aircrafts. But as you can see, I do generally get to, like, I would say 53%, 55%, something like that on my top 16 planes. Well, something close to that. Okay, devs. Air targets destroyed. If I do sort it by that way, Spitfire Mark II, Tier 6 British, 183. Then the Beaufighter, then the P-40 EKD Hawk, Boomerangs. I do love those little planes. The Ki-61 Albihain, then the Catalina. And the ground targets. No, no surprise there. The Catalina, as always, over 1,100. Well, close to 1,100 ground kills. Then the B-17E, A-20G, and the Avenger and the B-17G. So, but they are not even remotely close to what I get on the Catalina. Next, well, the experience gained is 0 right now. Sorry, the credits gained. The most experience I get is on the B-17E, then the B-17G. Despite the fact I did play 39, so it will be close to 40 battles with this aircraft. I managed to shut down 12 enemy aircrafts and 187 ground units, and I do have 640,000 experience on that plane. So that's good. If you look on my win ratio in arcade battles, it's 59.2% victories. As for the air targets destroyed, 3,000, well, almost 4,000 air targets, and almost 2,800 ground targets. So it ain't that great. I am definitely not the best player out there, because as you can see, I'm not even in the first 1,000 of players. So there are way better players than me, and probably most of you are better than me. So don't worry. And that leads me to another question: is the old games I play that good, that I do place on the YouTube, like the mission with the Spitfire Mark II or the XP-55 Ascender, or other games I play like the B-17 in historical battle? You are asking me if that's my average game. No, to hell no. I would say that good game I get with I would say close to 9 to 10 kills happens to me once every, I would say, 8 games, 8 to 10 games. But this is a very strange subject, because there are some days that I can basically go into the game, click to battle, and I'm just straight off, and I'm getting the kill streaks of 11, 12 air kills, some ground kills in the meantime, and everything is fine. But there are some, well, I would say weeks where I just can't get a kill. I'm sitting on the enemy tail with plane like the Beaufighter or the Bf-109 G6 with his 30mm cannon, and I'm pumping shots into him, and then the Hurricane magically appears, leaves the fire a couple of shots, and he do get a kill. Well, not, believe me, not all my games are good. And I will probably upload the compilation of fail moments on my part, like something going in the head-to-head pass with, well, let's say even the MC202 Folgore here, with the bullfighters, because, well, those moments do happen sometimes with me. I do sometimes forget myself, and I'm just going. So that's about the stats and and my games. Uh, Next thing, my favorite nation. You keep asking me what is my favorite nation, because as you can see, well, most of you see, on my levels on my my countries, I am ranked 17. Well, just recently ranked 17 with the Americans, rank 16 and something more uh, in the British. So you are asking me what is my favorite nation? Are those two nations my favorite, and I just don't like the Japanese, don't like the Germans or the Russians? Well, it's not working like that. Uh, Basically, I did get to level, I would believe it was the 15 or 14. Let me just quickly remember. Yeah, I believe it was level 14. Uh, no, it was level 15 because I was one level out of the Liberator. Uh, Before the 1.29 patch hit. So I did get hell lot of experience for just bombing, and the bombing back there was a very profitable way to well, to earn experience and lions in War Thunder. But after the changes, after the patches, after the economy tweaks here and there, uh, I did have to stop playing the Americans, and very recently, with the new economy model, uh, and basically lower down the price of repairing the B17G in arcade to 7,500 and in the historical battles to 22,000, I was able to get this plane out and play some games with it. So you have to remember that the Americans were level up during the golden age in War Thunder before the economy patch. Uh, the British, you do see me fly loads of the British, loads of those aircrafts, and yeah, I did recently get into the Wellingtons. You might see some video of me bombing some enemy ground targets with the Wellies. So but with the British, I do love the British because I do love the Spitfires, I do love the boomerangs, and I do love the bowfighters. Well, everyone loves the bowfighters. But I do generally love the Spitfire line, and I'm very close to getting my first jet fighters. And I know that they are only the meteors; they are not the best, well, the best jets out there. But they do sit on the tier 17, which I'm very close with my British. So I am getting my money to buy them whenever I hit the level 17. So that's why I do play the British. But with in the same time, uh, my Germans, I did started playing the Germans very recently, and I did purchase some of the aircrafts like the tier 13, the G6 version, and I don't yeah, the Focke-Wulf 190 F8. So I am working my way towards the ME163, the BF109 K4. So I am working on it too. So I didn't abandon this nation, but I do kind of feel better in the dogfighting nations, in the turn nations, which are the British and the Russians. I would say 50-50. Well, Russians 50-50 only. I do feel more comfortable with those kind of aircrafts. I do always have to adjust myself for the Germans, for the style of fighting of the well, BF109 G6. All the BF109s ain't that bad, but the Focke-Wulfs, they are just basically the flying bricks. As some of you mentioned in the comments, laughing at me that, well, I was complaining that the focal wolf did shut me down. Well, I wasn't complaining that the focal wolf did shut me down, but I was complaining about the amount of the burst mass those aircrafts could have on them. With the extra cannons, change the ammunition and stuff like that. Uh, but flying the Germans, I do always have to adjust myself by very tiny bits. But those aircrafts, well, I keep reminding myself that the Focke-Wulfs, the Me-410s, they ain't dogfighters. They are boom and zoom aircrafts, and I do need to remember it to myself when I am playing those, well, the Germans or the Americans. And sometimes I do forget it, and that's why I don't feel very comfortable with those nations. But I still play them. I'm still learning. If you don't understand or you don't enjoy some nation, or you just feel bad about it, you're saying, well, I cannot fly it. Well, that's your goal. You do have to get better in those nations. You do have to get, well, you don't have to. It's a game. You should enjoy it. But I am trying always to learn something new in here, so that's why I do play my Germans from time to time. Okay, enough of my favorite nation, because you all know that this might be the British. But I do love them all. Well, yeah, I do love them all. There's nothing more to say about it. I do love them all. Next thing was the question if I will be flying with the joystick. My answer is no. First of all, I don't own one, and in the near future I won't be buying one. And the reason is I can as effectively play in the, well, I can more effectively play in the arcade with just a mouse and keyboard. I can play effectively in historical battles, but not to the degree that the joystick user are playing in the historical. But you have to remember one thing: the three main battle types. So the arcade, the historical, and the full real were designed to connect the players together. So everyone who is flying the arcades are very comfortable with using mouse and keyboard. That's why when they are going for the historical battles, you will find that it is more difficult to fly there. Your aircraft is performing and it's behaving more realistically. So you might say, well, I don't have that advantage over the joystick user in the historical battles. No, but they don't too. Remember, they are used to flying the full real battles, where, well, they are full real. I only watch the videos of guys that do play full real battles, and I'm just amazed by their skill. Some of them are using crazy equipment like head tracking, other stuff like that, joystick with the thrust controls, and everything is cool. And I do admire those people because, well, that's they love and they do get a good game to play it. But the thing is, in the historical battles, those two type of players, so the freaks, well, not freaks, I am a freak, so very good players from the full real battles, with joystick, with the head tracking stuff, and all those cool neat gadgets, can go and face off the noobs like me, flying with just the mouse and keyboard, because basically they are too lazy to fly to buy the joystick, or they are just too lazy to use it, and they can well, see who's better. And I would say in the historical battles it's around 50-50. uh, in the other hand, if I want to go to the full real battles, I know that my ass would be whooped. Very, very hard. But in the other hand, if some guy from the full real battles come into arcade, I know I will whoop his ass because that's how the game is designed. There are certain mods for certain game mods for certain input devices, and that would be it on that subject. So no joystick for me in the near future. Some more historical battles for you in the near future. So that's it. The another question that keeps reappearing on my channel is the bombs. And I will address the whole bomb issue thing on how much bomb do I need to destroy certain targets, or how much bombs I will need to, well, destroy the cargo ship. Okay, all of those will be explained. I will make a very, very separate tutorial on just the bombs, because, well, there are different types of bombs, there are different masses of bombs, and they are both in the pounds and in the kilograms, and it is a bit confusing. So I will make a separate tutorial for the bombs, for the rockets, for the cannons. What can you destroy with the cannons, with this, well, with certain cannons, of course. And what can you do with your torpedoes, and how many torpedoes there is required for destroying the certain targets, and all that concerns bombing and destroying the ground targets will be covered in the near future video. Oh, sorry. Why is that? Well, I was going to make the video about bombing and about type of bombs, but then the patch came out, the small hotfixes to this patch did came out. I do want to make sure that I'm giving you the best, the most accurate information on the game. So right now I could tell you that to destroy, well, let's say the battleship, you need two 4,000-pound bombs, because that's the thing that it used to be for the battleships. For the airfield, it was 11 4,000-pound bombs. Is it true right now? I don't know. So that's why I do need to check those things out, because remember, guys, whenever I'm telling you something, I do my research. I'm trying to get you the most accurate information there is about the stuff I do speak of. So just remember that. Just keep that in mind whenever you're writing comment about, well, I do get those comments and I do get those emails, well, Iron, you don't know the shit what you're talking about, you're just crap, and, well, get the hell out of here. Well, remember, look at the release date of the video. Some of those videos were released like 6 months ago, 5 months ago, where there was totally different damaged model, there was totally different economy. I would say the game on totally was a totally different game. So keep that in mind whenever you're writing a comment about how sucky I am or how inaccurate information I do give you. Well, those information were accurate at the time. Okay. So I do think that I did cover all the, well, the major questions you have for me. By the way, guys, if you do want me to do anything, do a certain review on the certain aircraft, I will do it. Just leave the comment down below the video, so I will know on which aircraft I should focus on. And please don't ask me for doing the MiG-15s, MiG-9s, or any jets yet. Soon I could do a review of the Meteor, but right now there is a couple of things I do want to say that I will be doing in the future. I am preparing myself for some time right now to do a maneuver series. So very cool maneuvers out there that are just waiting to be used, and I'm trying to use them right now. I'm trying to learn them all right now by myself, so I can tell you what to do, what not to do, what can you expect from the maneuver, and what you cannot expect from maneuver. So I am trying to learn it all by myself, and I will get to you that. So there will be a maneuver series, a dedicated maneuver series, when I will be showing how to perform certain maneuvers. The next thing will be, well, I will go with the each nation each week. I should be able to make one video about one aircraft. I will probably start with the tier 1 or the reserve aircrafts, and I will give you some of the historical background on them. I will show you some mission I do play with them. That might be a compilation because I don't know how well or how bad I will perform in those aircrafts. But yeah, that will be some historical facts about each of these aircrafts. Something more than you can find in the hangar window whenever you go here and say the B-17G Flying Fortress. I will try to get you some funny facts and some accurate facts about those aircrafts. So that's for the near future. Also, if you do, as always, if you do have any questions, any at all, and you want me to do any review of any aircraft, leave the comment down below the video so I will know what you would like to see on the channel. But that would be it for today. Again, I'm very sorry for not to releasing the video on Monday or Tuesday. I am very sorry. But yeah, that would be it for today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you do, please click the like button, and if you are not already subscribed to my channel, go into this little button down below the video, go to my channel and click the subscribe. It's always something good for me, it's always helping me, and I do know that I'm starting to do something good or something bad, depending on if you do like the video or you don't like the video. Well, don't like the video if you feel it's not good enough. I don't want fake likes. No, nothing like that. But okay, guys, that would be it for today. Again, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and I do hope to see you all next time in my next video. But until then, Iron Rifle out.